alongside a former government minister. It's alleged she ordered mass killings, targeted violence against women and children, the incineration of bodies, and denying of medical treatment. The charges describe Hasina as being the mastermind, conductor, and superior commander. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Stock futures are flat ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street. Sports, the NBA's Phoenix Suns signed guard Devin Booker to a 2-year, $145 million maximum contract extension, keeping him with the team to the 2029-30 season. The New York Yankees cut two-time batting champ DJ LeMahieu with a year and a half and $22 million left on his contract. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Great Thursday morning here at 710 KURV. Thanks for joining us. It's the Valley's Morning News. I'm Zach Cantu along with our show producer Fred Cruz, and we got temperatures in the upper 70s across the valley right now. News of service of Jay Gonzalez, injury attorneys ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. The family of a tow truck driver killed earlier this week in Harlingen is upset over images showing his body that are circulating on social media. A lawyer for the family of David Zapata issued a cease and desist notice yesterday, demanding the removal of pictures and videos related to Zapata's death. Robert Flores said that the family has not given its consent for the release or sharing of that material, which he called traumatizing and deeply harmful. Flores also said that anybody who does not abide by the order could face potential legal liability. Over in Cameron County, they've approved the construction of a new SpaceX facility near sand dunes on Boca Chica Beach. County commissioners voted 3-1 to approve the air separator facility on Tuesday. The facility will include 20 buildings, including a tower that will be about 15 stories high. The factory will separate air into nitrogen and oxygen that could be used to launch SpaceX vehicles. The proposed facility will be located about 300 feet from the dunes on the beach. Governor Greg Abbott has set the agenda for the special session, and not surprisingly, flood warning systems are at the top of the list.
In all, the governor is identifying 18 items for the special session. 2 deal with flood warning systems and flood emergency communication. He also wants relief funding for the Hill Country and to streamline rules and regulations to speed preparedness for and recovery from natural disasters. Other items on the agenda: eliminating the STAR test, cutting property taxes, protecting the unborn, and what he calls protecting women's privacy in sex-segregated spaces. Another item that had the lieutenant governor and governor at odds will be addressed: regulating hemp and THC products. The special session will start up on July 21st.
Governor Greg Abbott is ordering flags to fly at half staff across Texas to honor the victims of the deadly floods in the Hill Country as well. Flags should be raised to full staff at sunrise next Monday. And the biggest question from the 4th of July flooding could be, how did the weatherman get this so wrong?
Storm trackers say the massive storm that flooded the Texas Hill Country is proof that sometimes Mother Nature can surprise you. Meteorologist Matthew Capucci says that forecasters knew the storm could be big, but the probability of that happening was small.
It came down to very small scale features that you can't really see on weather models more than about 6 to 12 hours out.
And that, he says, is hard to explain to the public. The factor that fueled this storm more than what was predicted, he says, was Tropical Storm Barry. It hit Mexico last Monday, but the remnants floated north just in time.
1 in 3 U.S. teenagers now has pre-diabetes, according to a concerning new report from the CDC. With pre-diabetes, blood sugar levels are high, but not high enough to be considered type 2 diabetes, which is linked to heart disease and other conditions. Doctors say kids need to eat healthier and be more active. That's right. It's 9 minutes after the hour. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV. AccuWeather this hour made possible by Martin Farm and Ranch. It's going to be a scorcher, so make sure your cattle have Purina liquid feed. It's the old Dougie at Martin Farm and Ranch. He's got what you need. So does Jeff Nordine from AccuWeather. Your forecast for this Thursday. What's happening, Jeff?
Not too much. Just a couple spotty showers, maybe a rumble of thunder on radar right now, well off to the south over the Mexican border. So we could see some of that this morning. Otherwise, the rest of the day is going to be sunny with temps in the pretty much low to mid 90s. And then tonight we end up clear. Tomorrow's partly sunny, mid to upper 90s. And then we're going to be cloudy on Saturday to start the weekend, and spotty thunderstorms are back in the picture. Temps low to upper 90s, nearing triple digits, but we are not seeing any triple digits just yet.
Okay, good. This has been a very, well, for South Texas, moderate summer. We haven't seen triple digits all that much, thank the Lord.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of summer left, right?
There is, but for what it's worth, you mentioned there hasn't been 100-degree weather yet. That's true. We've also been below average. Right now, we're running at 85 degrees for the average temperature for the first 9 days of July, and that's taking every day's temperature and dividing it by 9. What that means and translates to is we are 3 degrees below average for this time of year.
Wow.
A lot said, but I just summed it up. You're welcome.
I know it hasn't been as bad as I expected it to be, and
like
the
other
rain,
summers where
has kept temperatures at bay, right?
Yeah, like other summers where I've told you, it's triple digits every day.
Woo! Yeah, we're baking. I can fry an egg on the hood of my car outside.
Yeah.
I can bake cookies on the dashboard.
Or in your car, yeah.
How is Texas travel today?
Texas travel's good in Dallas, finally. They're dry for the next couple of days. Sunshine, temps in the mid to upper 90s. Houston, going to be a little damp. There might be a thunder shower or two, mid 90s there. And then San Antonio's dry for a couple days. Temps in the low to mid 90s.
For Tropical Coverage 2025, made possible by McAfee Insurance, Lease Pharmacy, and Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC.
We've brought down the risk for the Gulf and the southeastern coast, a low risk of development from July 15th through the 18th. And then there's even a low potential on the Pacific side, so it's very quiet. However, there are 4 tropical waves in the Atlantic being monitored, but again, low chance of development, if at all. And that, unfortunately, does not include Texas, which, by the way, the risk of any rain or wind impacts could last through July 24th now.
All right. Current conditions right now.
It is 75 in Brownsville. We're at 78 in McAllen, 76 Harlingen, Weslaco, and in Edinburgh, we're at 75. And as the sun is coming out, it's generally clear.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Jeff Nordine from AccuWeather joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. 12 minutes after the hour on the Valley's Morning News. NASA is helping some using some Houston area resources to assist in search and recovery efforts in the Hill Country flood zone. The agency announced on Wednesday that it had deployed 2 aircraft stationed at Ellington Field equipped with sensor technology. Ongoing cloud cover is making it hard for NASA to provide clear satellite images of the disaster area. NASA's disaster program is working with the Airborne Science Program at Johnson Space Center to conduct a series of aerial surveys of the Guadalupe River and the surrounding region. A trial date scheduled for Carmelo Anthony, the 18-year-old accused of the fatal stabbing of a fellow Frisco student. Anthony's murder trial is set to begin on June 1st, 2026. Anthony is charged with first-degree murder in the death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf on April 2nd. Witnesses say Anthony stabbed Metcalf during an argument at a Frisco track meet. Representatives for Anthony say that there's no evidence that the suspect and the victim knew each other. And YouTube reworking its policy on what type of content can earn creators money and what cannot. The goal is to crack down on inauthentic content, including mass-produced and repetitive videos created with artificial intelligence. A page on YouTube's website says creators can only upload original material. The updated policy to be released next week will detail what inauthentic content is. I already know what it is that they're talking about because I've seen a ton of these AI videos online where they'll literally take B-roll from other people's YouTube videos. They'll put an AI voice and they'll do like a top 5 list. These are my top 5 products that I want you to buy or whatever. And it's an AI voice doing it. And they're taking other people's footage and they're pasting it all together and putting it up for YouTube money. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Thursday. And we invite you to join 710 KURV's Sergio Show from the National Weather Service office at Brownsville, Tuesday, July 15th, for a focus on tropical season 2025. Learn about the assets at the Brownsville National Weather Service. You'll hear from Warning Coordination meteorologist Barry Goldsmith, our AccuWeather team, and Joe Bastardi from Weather Bell, along with emergency coordination chiefs from our region. This broadcast, July 15th, for the National Weather Service, is made possible by Barry's Beach Bar and live music at the Beachfront Hilton Garden Inn. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Hey friends, summer is calling. Is your car ready? Let's hit the road with confidence. At Pueblo Tires, we're all about keeping your car in tip-top shape so you can spend more time on the road and less time worrying about all your tires and mechanical problems. No credit, no problem. Don't let worn-out tires slow you down. Stop by today. Get your car ready for the best summer vacation ever. Pueblo Tires, Shampoozy. See store for details.
Shampoozy.com. Think tires. Pueblo.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The voice of the next generation of conservatives.
The Charlie Kirk Show, weeknights at 8 on News Talk 710 KURV, KURV.com, and on the Radio Potomy app.
You're listening to 710 KURV, your home for Houston Astros baseball. Astros, they got smashed yesterday. They lost the series against the Guardians, so they're taking today off. But they're going to be hosting the Texas Rangers on Friday. Pregame at 6:40. Your home for Astros baseball is News Talk 710 KURV, made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women at Mission Economic Development Corporation.
I was telling my next guest, Orlando Campos, he is the chief over Harlingen Economic Development. We were talking before this conversation and some of the stuff that's on the horizon. And for the economic development nerds that listen to KURV, folks in leadership and in business and in academia, man, Orly's serving up a buffet of some bloody red meat right now. Delicious stuff for you guys to enjoy, and I'm looking forward to this conversation. Orlando, welcome back to the program. Hey, before because we're going to go deep into as far as we can get without naming any names, because otherwise you have to kill us. You have a non-disclosure agreement. Tell me about the special this training, this funding opportunity, this Rise Up competition for business. Because we got a deadline around the corner.
We've launched for the second year in a row, the Rise Up Harlingen Business Pitch Competition. We're in the process of accepting applications, which will close on July 15th. And so this program is targeted towards entrepreneurs and early stage startup businesses that if they're selected, they would participate in a 10-week long accelerator program that will help refine their business plans, their business models, and prepare them for the actual pitch competition, which will be held in early October or so. And so the winners the participants have an opportunity to, if they win the pitch competition, get access to $30,000 in funding for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. This is basically our way of helping to grow our own businesses here in the community. The winners last year have proven to be very successful. They're in the process of scaling their businesses. So the return has really been good for the community.
Again, it has to be a Harlingen business, right? Within the city limit?
Yeah.
Yes?
Well, obviously, we're targeting individuals that live here in Harlingen, but even if they don't live here in Harlingen, they have to be committed to launch their business here within the community.
Okay. So the business itself needs to be in Harlingen, whether it's a startup or it's a current business, right, that could benefit from this business competition. Of course, we've heard of these competitions before. It is a very intense business training seminar for several weeks. And I would imagine, because I've heard this before, that not all students necessarily participate in
No. They at the end of the accelerator, all the companies are evaluated to determine whether or not they're ready to move forward. So we have partnered up with UTRGV's Economic Development, Entrepreneurship and Commercialization Center, who will assist in not only the training but also the evaluation of businesses.
If you plan to start a business in Harlingen, or you have a current business in Harlingen and you want to participate in this intense business training course, and of course enter this competition for some real capital, tens of thousands of dollars that you might win as part of this, can I call it like we've called for other communities, like a Shark Tank competition, where you have to go before a board and pitch your business, and let's see who gets the capital? Is that what it is?
Yeah. The actual pitch competition will be very, very similar to Shark Tank.
Where do you find the judges for this, by the way? Just curious.
Yeah, we work very closely with UTRGV, and so the judges are a mix of individuals that have started up their business, that are business mentors or executives, obviously individuals who know how to run a business.
Yeah. And unlike Mark Cuban, you have very smart people on this board.
Yes.
I'm just a little dig at Mark Cuban. Okay. So the July 15th is the deadline to apply. So you need by the 14th, and the business day, the 14th, you need to have your application into this.
Yes.
Right?
And we have the application on our website, which is www.harlingenedc.com. There will be a banner at the top of the page with a link that will take anyone directly to the application.
First come, first serve, Orly, or what?
Well, I mean, the application is open till the 15th. After the 15th, we'll start evaluating all the applicants. We'll do interviews as well, and we'll select 10 businesses will go through the program.
Okay, give me the website again for Harlingen Economic Development.
www.harlingenedc.com.
Be part of the Rise Up Business Competition. It's a funding competition. Yes, you'll have to go through an interview process, but sign up now. July 15th is the deadline. And then, of course, there's the competition after all the intense business training in a few days. Thank you to UTRGV and the Entrepreneurship Business School for coordinating with our local EDC office in Harlingen. Okay, now for the red meat. And you got some folks in that's an economic development nerd salivating on this. So again, all these are potential projects, but it's good to see that the prospecting is going so well right now in Harlingen. Yes. Tell me what you can of two major projects. One is in the multi-billion, the other one in multi-hundreds of millions of dollars. So tell me what you can about.
Sure. Well, I think that our marketing and outreach efforts are finally starting to pay off. We're starting to see quite a bit of activity in terms of industries looking at the community. Obviously, I can't reveal the names of these projects or go into too much detail because we've got executed non-disclosure agreements with them. One company is a $2 billion project. Another one is about a $600 million project. Collectively, they would create over 700 jobs, and they are new industries to the Rio Grande Valley. So we're seeing quite a bit of interest in our industrial areas that is basically sandwiched between the airport as well as the port of Harlingen. We've got over 2,000 acres of undeveloped land, and so we're finally starting to see some strong interest.
The landing pad for them would be what you and I had talked about, the Aeroplex, right? That the swamp land, that the industrial park that you can house these folks there if they
yes both companies are looking at the area east of Valley International Airport. The airport owns over 400 acres in that area, and so those are the areas that we're looking at for these businesses, but obviously there are others that are also looking at the surrounding areas that are privately owned.
My goodness, I hope even if you get just one of them,
yes.
Well, that's quite a bit of investment. One, you said $600 million potential investment. The other one, $2 billion potential.
Yes.
New industries, which when you say new industries, I'm thinking, hello, TSTC, hello, Texas Southmost College, right? Texas Southmost, hello, South Texas College. You know, even the school district, I don't know, maybe it might be something that we could teach to trade and technologies.
Yeah.
It would require training, right? Training for these folks.
Absolutely. And I think that they feel very, very comfortable that they'll be able to find training services here within the community through TSTC, and that they'll be able to find the qualified candidates that they're looking for to work in these companies.
From Harlingen Economic Development, the chief, Orlando Campos, he's leading the charge and working some pretty good prospects right now that you would say are, what, 70, 80% done, más o menos, something like that?
We're about 75% close to making these projects happen. Obviously, we're in contact with them almost on a daily basis, providing them the information that they need to do their due diligence. They're obviously negotiating for the land, working on LOI terms, basically trying to check off all the boxes to make sure that they feel comfortable moving forward with their projects.
Let's get this over the top, Orly. Hello, Governor. You got something in the incentives cookie jar? Like, what do you think would take for us to? Okay, let's do the. Come here, set up shop. Let's do the sale. Let's close it. What do you think would help you to get it done?
Well, obviously, incentives are always a component of that. One company we're negotiating or competing with another state. They've identified Harlingen as the only city within the state of Texas. So they and us have actively been working very closely with the governor's office as well to provide state financial support and access to the incentive programs that they have. And so we've proposed some incentives as well.
Well,
to help close the deal.
Yeah. Hope and praying that this closes in our favor. Do you think it would do so before Q3, Q4 next year? What do you think? What do you think?
That's what we're hoping for. That hopefully we'll be able to end the year with some very good announcements.
Yeah,
and those are just 2 projects that we're working with. There are a few others in other parts of the community that we're also working on. So, I mean, we've got a great pipeline of projects, quite a bit of activity happening here within the community. So the future looks very, very bright for Harlingen.
Any suitors, any potential tenants for the big, beautiful ULA building at the airport?
Yeah. We've engaged or the airport has engaged a national real estate firm that is very well connected in the aviation and aerospace industries. And so they're actively promoting that building. And so every opportunity that we have for any type of company that's looking for a building that size, we always make sure that it shows up on their radars as a potential option.
You had mentioned 3 potential projects that you're working mightily right now. Of course, you mentioned those 2. One is potential $600 million investment, the other a potential $2 billion investment. Did I ask you the potential job numbers for each specifically, if it happens?
Yeah, one of them would be about 125 to 200 jobs.
And those are the permanent jobs, not including the building a new facility. Which would happen. Yes. These are new projects, new construction.
Yes, we put more emphasis on the permanent jobs that would be created. I think that construction jobs are obviously icing on the cake for us, but they're not permanent.
Yeah. Good luck duking it out with the Port of Brownsville to try to get, because man, the hammers are flying and they're still hiring thousands of people at the Port of Brownsville for the LNG projects. And Elon Musk did the same thing.
Right? Yeah, I mean, things look great for Cameron County. We've got a lot of activity, a lot of growth that's coming in. And so it's an exciting time to be here. And I think that it's an opportunity for any investor to look closer at the county to take advantage of some of this growth that's happening.
Checking my notes. The third project was that mixed use development that you
we've got 70 acres that's currently not built. It's a greenfield site close to the medical industry. So we've been working very closely with the private property owners. We own also quite a bit of land there. We've done the schematics on the design. We've got one firm that has already committed to the area. They're basically a national engineering firm that would create over 100 high-paying jobs within the community, and Harlingen would be their base of operation to help serve the entire Rio Grande Valley area.
Very nice. Hey, what about the mall? Prime real estate. Like one of these folks coming in and say, "Hey, orale, there you go. Take the mall, and we'll put a free Auntie Anne's in there. You get all the pretzels that you want." So
I think with all the activity that we're seeing here in the community, I think that's a prime location for an investor to come in and help revamp the mall and work with us. Obviously, the mall is privately owned. The challenge with that is also that some of the larger boxes have been sold to other entities. So it's not just one person that we're working with, but obviously now there are about 6 different property owners of the mall. And so it is a challenge, but it is a great opportunity for someone.
Orlando Campos, Director, Harlingen Economic Development Office. My goodness, hoping and praying that the majority of all these projects on the horizon, that they come to us, because that's jobs, and money for South Texas. As far as construction, retail, home, and even retail sales in the area, what's the general trend right now? What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, construction permits are running very high within the community here in the community. I think that we're set to break another record. A whole lot of new rooftops are popping up. I've got 4 homes just across the street from mine that are being built. In economic development, we say retail follows rooftops. So we're starting to see some stronger interest in retailers that can capitalize on this growth here within the community. Sales taxes are looking good as well, which bodes good.
Are you in the black for the year? Are you in the black for the year so far?
Yes.
That's good.
So every month, just about every month, we've been on the positive side.
Try to keep it around 3%. That'd be north of the inflation number. That way we know we're in the black. Orlando Campos, again, thanks for the heads up. Reminder, if you are starting a business in Harlingen within the city limit, if you have a business in Harlingen, the Harlingen Economic Development Office giving you a heads up. They've got the Rise Up program. It's an intense business training and also capital competition. You need to sign up by July 15th. Go to the website, Harlingen Economic Development, and sign up. Orly, be well, brother. We'll talk to you again on the other side.
Thank you.
You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Thursday. Up next is a check of sports.
When it comes to bad weather, being prepared is half the battle. The other half, leave it to Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC. Be prepared this hurricane season and don't let anything take the power away from you, not even the weather. It's never too early to prepare for hurricane season. At Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, we want to help you stay ahead of the storm. Give us a call at 956-686-1353. That's 956-686-1353. Or visit callmightymike.com. We can help you come up with a plan. That's callmightymike.com. Mighty Mike to the rescue.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Cal at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
In moments of change, the greatest opportunities arise. This could be your time to shine and grow. At News Talk 710 KURV, we make it simple with tailored promotions, live mentions, and a strong presence across our social media platforms to ensure your business gets noticed and thrives. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, this is your chance. Call us today at 956-992-8895 and let's talk about your business on News Talk 710 KURV, helping put your business on the map.
Our call letters, KURV. Our Our frequency, 710 AM. Our specialty, news and talk. News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute. Rangers again having a win just barely slip out of their fingers, even with a great hitting night.
2. Swinging, there's a drive to left center. Make that 248 career home runs. A 2-run blast for Marcus Semien. And the Rangers retake the lead 8-6.
Rangers fall to the Angels 11-8 and will play again tonight at 8:38. And the Astros try to rally late versus the Guardians.
And a leadoff walk brings up the ninth place hitter, Mauricio Dubon.
Dubon sends one into left center field. That'll be down for a hit. Taylor Trammell heading to third. He's going to be waved around. Ball gets loose, so no throw. Astros get their first run of the night. It's 4-1.
But it just wasn't enough to stop the sweep as the Stros fall 4-2. Houston starts a series tomorrow versus the rival Rangers. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
Let's start in the NBA. Suns signed Devin Booker to a 2-year max extension worth $145 million, giving Booker the highest average annual salary in league history. The Brewers walk it off in the 10th, beat the Dodgers for their 4th straight win, while sending LA to their 6th straight loss. White Sox clipped the Blue Jays 2-1, ending Toronto's 10-game win streak. Red Sox crushed the Rockies to sweep the series at Fenway for their 6th straight win. At Big 12 Media Days, Colorado head coach Deion Sanders talks about one thing he would change in college football.
It has to be, and they're trying to implement it. It's got to be a salary cap on this stuff because this stuff is going crazy and nobody know where it's going to land, where it's going to end, and you have so many different doors.
Sanders declined to comment on his recent health issues, but said he will be back on campus in Boulder soon. That's sports. I'm Ronza Moss.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast is going to be sunny and breezy today with a high of 92 to 96, clear overnight down to 78. Then tomorrow we're partly sunny at 94 to 98. Saturday is cloudy with a couple spotty thunderstorms 92 to 99. And then on Sunday we're under clouds and sunshine 92 to 96. Mid-90s Monday with some sunshine. I'm AccuWeather's Jeff Nordine on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nordine. AccuWeather this hour made possible by Martin Farm and Ranch and Rivera's Machinery on the Expressway in Donna. We get temperatures pretty close to 80 right now as the sun is coming up over the Rio Grande Valley. Let's take a check of your border bridge wait times on News Talk 710 KURV. And did I really hit the wrong button? I absolutely did. Right now, we got a 45-minute wait at Hidalgo and then Far. And we have no delay over on the Brownsville side, though I will say Los Indios and veterans not reporting in just yet. So stick to B&M and Gateway because there's no delay. You're listening to 710 KURV Valley's Morning News for Thursday. We got a check of your money coming up.
Pain management specialist Dr. Dennis Slavin on patients who've had back surgery but are still in pain.
Many patients I see who have undergone back surgery complain that the ugly pain radiating down their thigh and leg is still present. What's worse, they're told there's nothing else that can be done and are stuck to a life of limited physical activity and reliance on pain medication. I may have the answer for you: spinal cord stimulation. I have a treatment specific for this radiating discomfort called neuropathic pain. This treatment has been around since the 1960s, but with recent computer modeling technique, delivery of precise electrical signals can replace that pain with a massaging sensation. It translates to less pain, less reliance on pain meds, and return to an active life. This technology is cutting edge and lives in a comfortable room at my office. Patients are amazed by the pain relief. They wonder why they waited so long to be feeling better at last.
Learn more about Feeling Better at Last by signing on to feelingbetteratlast.com or call Dr. Slavin 973-0565.
L&F Distributors, Bird Ogden, Capital Farm Credit, and Spikes Ford present the 34th Annual Texas Hunters and Sportsmen's Expo at the McAllen Convention Center July 18th through 20th. 3 full days of over 275 exhibitors, including guides, boats, RVs, gears, hunts, and yes, fishing too. Whether you hunt, fish, camp, or just love the outdoors, you'll find it all at the Texas Hunters and Sportsmen's Expo. Plus live music daily, seminars, demos, giveaways, and special guests like world-famous angler Pedro Soares, host of Con Caña y Carete. And don't miss the live rattlesnake pit. It's the event of the year for hunters, anglers, and the outdoor lovers. Kids 12 and under free compliments of Academy Sports. Visit huntmcallen.com for more info. Brought to you by Cajun Cooling, Texas Tops, Extreme Outdoors, Land Rover San Juan, Eco Spa Hot Tubs, RV Station, Texas Wildlife Supply, and Valley Outdoor Power Equipment. July 18th through the 20th at the McAllen Convention Center, the Texas Hunters and Sportsmen's Expo, where traditions begin and memories last a lifetime.
It takes one whiff. Everything on the menu seems to be calling out to you. Dish after dish looks so good that you just can't seem to make up your mind. Everything looks better than the last thing. It's almost mind-boggling, and that's the moment that you realize you are at the right place. Zen Asian Bistro. All you can eat. Sushi, all kinds, and always delicate, fresh, and delicious. Sushi and Chinese food all at the same place. Zen. Everything you want. Individually, custom, wok-fired, crispy General Chow chicken, and all of your favorite Chinese food like sizzling steak lo mein. It's an experience you'll absolutely love. Lunch and dinner, all you can eat at Zen. You don't have to decide on one thing because you get it all. Everything on the menu is yours for one low price. All you can eat. Bring everybody. With kids' meals at just $8.99, there's just no better option out there. Zen Asian Bistro. All you can eat, unlimited, unforgettable, unapologetically affordable. Zen.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Oil prices are moderately lower as investors monitor the attacks in the Red Sea, not to mention Trump's expanded tariff announcement cloud demand outlook. West Texas Intermediate currently sitting at $67.78 per barrel. Brent currently sitting at $69.66 per barrel. Shares of WK Kellogg have soared more than 50% following a report that chocolate maker Ferrero is close to a roughly $3 billion deal to buy the cereal company. The Wall Street Journal reports the Italian company, known for its circular hazelnut chocolates, could finalize an acquisition of the legacy breakfast foods business as soon as this week. Eli Manning says he's no longer interested in purchasing a minority stake in the New York Giants. The former MVP says NFL team valuations have become too expensive for his taste. Futures are currently mixed. Wednesday, the Dow Industrials gained 217, the Nasdaq up 192, the S&P 500 up 37. That's Your Money Now.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast is going to be sunny and breezy today with a high of 92 to 96, clear overnight down to 78. Then tomorrow we're partly sunny at 94 to 98. Saturday is cloudy with a couple spotty thunderstorms at 92 to 99. And then on Sunday we're under clouds and sunshine 92 to 96. Mid-90s Monday with some sunshine. I'm AccuWeather's Jeff Nordine on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nordine. And AccuWeather this hour made possible by Martin Farm and Ranch and Rivera's Machinery on the Expressway in Donna. We got temperatures pretty close to 80 around the Rio Grande Valley right now. Join us Tuesday, July 15th, the Sergio Show at the National Weather Service office in Brownsville with warning coordination meteorologist Barry Goldsmith, the AccuWeather team, and Joe Bastardi from the Weather Bell, along with other emergency coordination guys in our region. That's July 15th on the Sergio Show, and that's made possible by the Sand Rose Beach Resort and Beachside Ola Bar and Grill. Headlines from Fox News up next.
Payne Commercial and Fleet has work solutions ready to maximize productivity and economy for your business. Payne Commercial and Fleet offers sales and lease options, custom options, specialized maintenance plans, plus on-site appraisals. Come see our selection of Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Volkswagen, and Mitsubishi vehicles, including cars, trucks, SUVs, and heavy-duty trucks, vans, and cab chassis. We have what you want at PayneAutoGroup.com.
Locate to get us regardless.
Hi there. My name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile-long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters, is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions. Huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's drt'sprimarycare.com.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
News that affects you and your family.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
Happy Thursday. You're listening to 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News. I'm Zach Cantu along with show producer Fred Cruz, and we got temperatures in the upper 70s, pretty close to 80 right now. News on 710 KURV is a service of Jay Gonzalez. Injury attorneys ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. Brazil getting hit with a 50% tariff on imports to the U.S. over its treatment of its former president.
In a letter to Brazil's president, President Trump tied that high tariff rate to the trial of the country's former leader, Jair Bolsonaro. Bolsonaro is accused of attempting a coup following his election loss in 2022 and has been barred from running for office until 2030.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern. 6 Secret Service agents were suspended for failures connected to last year's assassination attempt on then presidential candidate Donald Trump.
They were not fired. The deputy director defended the agency's decision not to sack anyone. Quote, "We aren't going to fire our way out of this. We're going to focus on the root cause and fix the deficiencies that put us in that situation."
That's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Sunday marks the 1-year anniversary of the shooting. America's listening to Fox News.
The family of a tow truck driver killed earlier this week in Harlingen is upset over images showing his body that are circulating on social media. A lawyer for the family of David Zapata issued a cease and desist notice yesterday demanding the removal of pictures and videos related to Zapata's death. Robert Flores said that the family has not given the consent for the release or sharing of that material, which he called traumatizing and deeply harmful. Flores also said that anybody who does not abide by the order could face potential legal liability. And the governor of Texas has proclaimed the agenda for a special session and flood warning systems at the top of the list.
In all, the governor is identifying 18 items for the special session to deal with flood warning systems and flood emergency communication. He also wants relief funding for the Hill Country and to streamline rules and regulations to speed preparedness for and recovery from natural disasters. Other items on the agenda: eliminating the STAR test, cutting property taxes, protecting the unborn, and what he calls protecting women's privacy in sex-segregated spaces. Another item that had the lieutenant governor and governor at odds will be addressed: regulating hemp and THC products. The special session will start up on July 21st.
You're listening to 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Thursday. We are your home for Houston Astros baseball, and they're off today, but they're hosting the Rangers on Friday. Pregame 640 Astros baseball on 710 KURV, made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and Mission Economic Development Corporation.
Spotlight on Your Health, brought to you by DHR Health.
From the ENT Institute at DHR Health, ENT specialist, Dr. Alistair Lynn McCrae.
ENT or otolaryngologist. My training was after medical school was in Chicago at Northwestern University. I do pediatric and adult patients. I'm also board certified in sleep medicine, so I take care of people with obstructive sleep apnea, snoring, those kind of problems too. Because here's a place with lots of allergies, but down here we've got problems with the fact that we're all gaining weight. Snoring and apnea is a real problem for a lot of people. I was first introduced to DHR when I first came down to the Valley, which is now a long time ago. And there's been a huge growth and huge change. And it's always been an impressive place, but now I think it's got a potential to be a major medical center on par with any of the big ones that I've ever been associated with before in Chicago or New York City. I mean, it's definitely got that potential. I mean, the market is growing. I think the professionalism and their determination to make this as good quality as you can get anywhere else. There's nothing missing here. They have a complete suite of all the equipment you could possibly want. So in terms of the surgical options and procedures that we could offer anyone, and diagnostic procedures, there's pretty much everything here. It's always possible to find those things, but here it's all in-house. It's a lot easier to arrange those kind of things. That's one thing I've noticed. And when I first got to the Valley, if you had a serious medical problem, a lot of people would be thinking, what do I need to drive to Houston or San Antonio? And so actually, it was sometimes the right thing to do. At this point, if it was me or a family member, it was very unlikely that I'd find a good reason to get in my car and drive 6 hours.
From the DHR Health ENT Institute, ENT Dr. Alistair Lynn McCrae, DHR Health.
This has been Spotlight on Your Health, brought to you by DHR Health. For you, for life.
As Valley residents, the threat of a hurricane pounding our community is all too...
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami